that are just a finger?
Same thing is definitely happening.
Okay.
Too much attack, brother.
That's the wall up there, brother!
These demos were in a whole other echelon of quality. It was really, really easy to get a vibe for what they were going for, an idea for the finished product before we really even got into the studio. And I was, just thinking like, what even is the point of DJ anymore? These drums sound great.
Drums sound great. Drums sound great.
No, we can cut that in post. We'll cut it in post. Sorry. So this album is pretty different from pretty much anything I've worked on. It's essentially one song that's 53 minutes long, and it's all intertwined, tangled together, taking you on a particular journey through a particular story. And so it got pretty crazy. You can hear those delusional vibes kind of like creeping through.
I would say from the moment I met Scott and heard his productions, I knew his stuff just is exactly what I've always wanted. Like super, super loud and punchy drums, like crushing guitar tones. Like he just had all of that. I knew our music would be in good hands if we, entrusted it with Scott, and it absolutely was. It turned out, I would say, at least 10 times better than I ever would have expected.
So getting the opportunity to work with Scott again was fantastic. We worked with him previously when we did Illusions of Grandeur. Finally came time to do the album. He was still 100% in, and it was amazing. He really just fits right into the dynamic of the band. No fear about speaking his mind, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't slap and pop the strings. Hey, maybe you should hit the drums harder. I mean, maybe you should just play that tighter on guitar.
I think what I'm hearing is this here. Those chugs are like super loose compared to like. Okay. It's like.
Alright, so how was it working with Scott? I mean, the guy's an absolute tyrant. Nothing was ever good enough. It was do it over and over until you get it right. It was an experience, man. Like, I'd never seen that side of Scott before. And you're never going to believe me when you see this video, but trust me, that man is a tyrant.
I did end up recording drums on the track called Garden of the Dreamer. It's a very short track. It's a bass focused track.
It was super cool. The guy is an absolute shredder behind the kit. He plays with a much different feel than I do, which has made learning it a lot of fun for me. But watching him record it, I mean, he gets into it, he digs deep into the heads, and he just lets it rip.
It was just fun to watch him play drums and like really go crazy. He's super hard-hitting drummer.
That dude absolutely abuses a drum set. It sounds fantastic, but that guy is swinging, dude. He's swinging his arms. He's hitting those cans as hard as he can, man.
So when it got to time to record that song, tried to capture it, and we kept going back and forth on ideas. And I've been playing drums for like 23 or 24 years at this point. 23 years, I think. And so for me to communicate drum ideas, it's pretty easy. And if things get a little weird, I just hop on the kit and I go, yeah, maybe we try something like this, and just play a little something, then hop off, throw the sticks back to DJ, and he knocks it out. We did that on quite a few songs. It came to Garden of the Dreamer, things just like weren't clicking, and I'd sit down and play a few things, and eventually just got to the point where DJ and Adam, they were just like, man, what you're doing sounds good. Why don't you just fucking record this thing? Like, we're running, we had a limited amount of time in the place we were recording at. We were all running on a mixture of caffeine and booze and Uber Eats, and we were just, we were ready to make some more progress. So yeah, just sat down, ran through the song a few times, and that's the kind of drumming that comes naturally to me. So it was, I think pretty smooth, pretty easy, and it was actually a lot of fun to be able to play it.
I feel relieved, man, because we'd been telling people for so long, like, could never show anybody anything. You know, you can't ruin the surprise for people. So it's really nice to be able to say, like, go check this out, because now it's finally out. You can listen to it. Big shout out to Scott, man. That guy made it sound like we can play our instruments, and yeah, I can't imagine anyone but him producing it. I mean, he's one of the dudes, man. He's a bro. Thanks, Scott. I love you, man.
Thank you so much for listening to the album, for sharing it with your friends. Everything that you guys are doing is making this crazy impact. So thanks for being along for the ride.
We've been working on this for years. Years and years and years.
This is what I've been talking about for years.
We were so ecstatic to get to put it out. People actually like it. That's super cool. You know, you never know. It's something that means a lot to you, but that doesn't mean anybody else in the world's gonna care. So we've been so appreciative of all the support we've received from friends to strangers. I mean, it doesn't even matter. The whole spectrum. We've gotten a lot of love. And we couldn't be more ecstatic to share what's coming in the future, and you know, it's gonna be fun. Make sure you're there.
I love that the guys were just super chill about, like, you know, we're all about the final product. We're all about this getting done well and getting done efficiently, and it's always a fun type of person to make music with, because you know they're not willing to sacrifice anything because of their ego. Their only focus is the end product, the making the vision exactly what we set out to make it. And that is my favorite environment for making music. It's like this super soupy groovy, like 6/8 ghost notes. They're super sunk,
Super soupy.
and it's not something that comes, you know, if you want to get technical about semantics,